the Props Network for a snowy, salt-covered, sleet-slicked episode of The Walk On. I am Joel Walkowski, and over there, he's got a little slide going. It's none other than Brian L. Mitchell. Brian, how are we?
Silver bells. Hey, how you doing? Silver bells.
Dang. Look at that bass. I feel the resonance right there. It's electric.
How you doing?
I am okay. I keep taking L's, actually. When I say okay, that's a lie. The truth is I am on a losing streak in the gambling in my own life. What can you do?
You have to keep on trucking, Joel. That's all you can do.
Yeah, I changed my process,
Mm-hmm.
I usually do some analysis. I usually think and look at certain factors. I let you pick my bet on Monday night, and it was one of the greatest Monday night games in history.
It felt like I was watching Monday Night Raw. When it's right at the end, Undertaker comes out of nowhere. He's been dead for 8 days, and then he comes out of the ashes, and Lamar is done pooping, and then we have a winner. He throws a touchdown, and we go crazy.
It was an unbelievable performance, capped off by a safety that swung millions of dollars in sports books all around the country. Ravens bettors rejoiced. Browns bettors, they were just crestfallen. But that wasn't about me, because I had teased the under, thinking it was 30 degrees and 17 miles an hour winds. So it was such a great game. Every football fan except me was happy.
Hey, Cleveland weather is tricky. 1 second, it is balling rain. It's gonna sleet. It looks like it's never gonna look like Earth again. And then the clouds part, and look what you got. You got a great day for Justin Tucker to hit a 55-yarder to put a dagger in the hearts of the Browns fans.
Yeah, and just at the end, Justin Tucker comes in, old reliable himself.
I hate his guts, but
he's a robot.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He's not human. And the Raven season, it is alive once again. You guys, the Browns, they showed a lot of great things. Baker had his moments. Nick Chubb is right there with the best backs in the NFL conversation. But the Ravens are alive, and we are going to be able to have money on them this weekend because of the money line. So rejoice for that.
Hooray.
So I do apologize. I'm going to be a little tired in this episode. So I talk about how I'm taking L's. So whatever, it's finals week. I'm very busy with the show, with finals for 4 classes. And yesterday my professor says, you know what, I'm going to start the exam window at midnight. And I figured, you know what, this whole week will go better if I just take it at midnight. So I was going to just stay up late and do it. So my girl got me all riled up. I studied. I was prepped. I was ready.
Yeah.
And I drank a bunch of coffee so I wouldn't be tired. Midnight comes. Professor forgot to upload the exam.
So you're just wired at 12 a.m.
Yeah, and now I suddenly have an exam the next morning that I have to go to sleep for.
So oh my God.
I was up till like 5:30. I was able to sleep till about 9. Then I took the exam before the show. We left some points on the table. Not my finest moment, but you just got to throw up your hands in those situations. If you're going to be the only guy who's losing on that amazing Monday night game, where even if you lose, you're wildly entertained, this is nothing to me. This is the way my week is going, and I'm here for it. But
hey, I hope that one of those questions, you kick the Justin Tucker 55-yarder to give you that B+ that you need to win. That's what you want.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a Brown situation where I messed up in this class. I took my A down to a solid B, kind of like I'm not winning my division, but I'm in the playoffs.
Right.
And even if I did great, I'd maybe get a B+. If I did terrible, I'd get a B-. But I went through all these struggles. I had all this drama, and it was like super crazy turn of events, but I'm in the same position I was going to be anyway. And that's exactly what has happened with your Cleveland Browns. So keep your head up, Brian. Keep your head up, Joel. And I feel like I did a good job there. Whoa. So I I'm optimistic. I'm going to set the table for a big bet in our Wild Wednesday segment.
Ooh.
But I did have a take I wanted to get off my chest, Brian.
Okay. I'm scared, but keep going.
No, it's football related. It's good, clean fun.
Okay.
And watching more NFL games, trying to be more analytical.
Mhm.
I think I'm perceiving certain patterns. I'm really determining who the valuable players are in this league. I think I got a better handle on it than I ever have before. It's why I've made money on this season.
Yeah.
It's why people are making money off my analysis on this.
Like $2,000, more than that.
And is there a more overrated player in the NFL than Davante Adams?
Whoa, pump though. Well, how can you say that? I really don't
The whole
understand.
world is on Davante Adams' jock right now. He is obliterating yardage marks. People are putting him in for first team all pro. And I think he might be the 5th best receiver in the NFC North.
Well, why? What changed all this hate for Davante? I don't understand.
No. It's not about Davante. It's not hatred for Davante, because if you really pay attention to that Packers offense, and I hate to admit it, like I hate the Packers so much.
Yes,
I didn't want to even mention the word Packers on this show.
This is why you have it out for them. So you're picking on using your analytics brain to say some harsh things that Davante might just come out and say, "Oh, I am the best receiver."
No, but he's not. Marvin Jones is as good as Davante Adams, because Davante Adams plays in a Green Bay offense.
And where does Jones play?
Jones, he's the number 2 receiver in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Davante Adams, he's just like Marvin Jones. He's a
your team,
number 2 receiver,
mm-hmm.
because Aaron Rodgers just is that good. And Aaron Rodgers plays behind an amazing left tackle. He's got an amazing running back. If there is like a true talent on that Green Bay offense that's not Rodgers, it is Jones. He's a legit incredible back.
Mm-hmm.
And then Davante Adams is an average receiver, just like every Green Bay receiver has been for the past 30 years. We've all watched this offensive system for decades. We've seen no receivers that were able to experience their success elsewhere, not even a one. And it's just a simple fact that whoever is in that number 1 role is going to have that production. I watched Green Bay feed Davante Adams on the goal line 3 times last week. There was a drop. There was a gadget play that didn't work. Mm-hmm. And then he scored a touchdown. And did he score a touchdown because he was a great player? No. He just got that many touches in the offense.
Come on, Joel. He has over 4+ seasons with 10+ touchdowns. Okay, he's on. What is he? He's got 14 right now. So he's marching up the field to be one of the top, like for single season touchdowns in the league. So
and that's great.
Him.
But that was also true for the pedestrian Jordy Nelson. When he's injured, there's no drop off between the production that comes from him in that 1 receiver spot versus Valdez-Scantling in that number 1 receiver spot. Green Bay doesn't have a worse win-loss record when he's out of the lineup. So I think he's the byproduct of an amazing offense, just like Antonio Freeman was, just like Bill Schrader was, just like Greg Jennings was. If there weren't 15 receivers in this exact vein that we've watched, I would maybe think, oh yeah, Davante's a tremendous talent, but he has no transcendent physical abilities. His hands are just okay. He's 6'3", 215, and his speed's pretty good. What am I missing here?
You're not giving any respect to, yes, Aaron Rodgers can throw the ball and be efficient, but players have to catch the ball, do good things with that ball to get these optimal performances, okay? You're talking about, where's T.Y.? Yeah, T.Y. Hilton has been hurt a lot, but where is he at without Andrew Luck? That's a different T.Y. Hilton. Right when Peyton left to the Broncos, and Marvin Harrison. Anyone else better than Marvin Harrison without Peyton? Like they were a match made in heaven. That is chemistry. Sometimes you just have chemistry with your players because you hang out, you have eats, you have Zoom meetings, you play Xbox One. I don't know. You play Cyberpunk for a little bit, and you learn each other and make that mold, make it a team. So
Yeah.
I don't understand here.
And I'm not saying, oh, Adams is trash. I'm not saying he doesn't belong in the league, but I'm saying he's probably like the 27th or 28th best receiver in the league.
Okay. I mean,
who's a better football player? Davante Adams, who, he is the end link in a chain of an amazing offense and he gets commensurate production, or Jarvis Landry, who just uses one specific skill set, one specific route tree to be an essential part of an offense in whatever system he plays in.
This is a chicken and the egg, Joel. Okay. Yeah, you should. If the players are getting that praise to be doing well, and it's a byproduct. Okay, Chris Paul has 20 assists in a game. All right, he's averaging 20 assists. Is Paul George the best? Let's just say, Chris Paul passing to Paul George if with those 20 assists, is Paul George the best in the league?
No, it's Chris Paul. Chris Paul's doing the whole thing.
Yes, I know, but
Aaron Rodgers, Chris Paul, they're both in State Farm commercials. They're both distributed in the Rock. Like, come on. They're in the same Jake's phone contacts. So
yes, everyone's getting their own discount, and I get it, but it's a byproduct.
I think I'm right on this one.
Okay. I don't. Well, let's see how the season plays out.
And I said fifth best receiver in the NFC North. Is he Brian? You're starting an expansion team. You can have him or Allen Robinson. Who are you taking?
The proven guy, Davante Adams. I need
over Allen Robinson. Come on.
Well, Allen Robinson has like a couple good games and was promising last year, and like, well, I'm just going to go with projection. I'm like, no.
Allen Robinson was a top 5 receiver in the NFL. Like, oh my God, there isn't a thing Allen Robinson can't do. He adds every dimension to your offense. He's at the worst QB play a player can possibly have while playing next to these Great Lakes.
I'm with you, Joel, but it sounds like your Green Bay bias is overshadowing Lambeau Field a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
How's it Green Bay bias when I'm praising all these other elements of the offense? I'm saying, oh, it's the protection, it's the artist at quarterback, it's this amazingly effective run game. He's got the easiest job in the NFL, and he's pretty good at it.
Great. That's what you want.
He's Clint Capella playing next to James Harden. That's all he is.
Man, that's a rough one. But let's just see how this season plays out. If he gets 20 touchdowns this year, who are you going to say? Is he a good receiver? Is he a top 2 receiver for you if he gets 20 touchdowns?
No. I've evaluated the abilities. I've watched him as a player. I've put his tape next to other receivers. And I believe this, like, to my soul, he's okay. He's Marvin Jones.
Yes, he's okay. Oh, and I think a little bit better. And if you look through his receiving yards through the years, he doesn't rack up a lot of receiving yards because of Aaron Rodgers. But does he get paid dirt? Yes. Is that because of Aaron Rodgers? A little bit, but it's a lot about the athletic ability of Davante Adams.
Yeah, he's got great yak abilities, which you would expect. Yeah, but that's what you expect from a very good to pedestrian number 1 receiver like, say, Golden Tate. So that's about the level Davante Adams is on.
Oh, you're comparing Golden Tate. You know you're outrageous.
Golden Tate's falling off the step now.
You're outrageous.
Golden Tate was a great player for a long time.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy.
I preferred Golden Tate to Calvin Johnson on my football team. I will say that as well.
Oh boy.
Golden Tate's one of the ultimate winners in this world.
I'm just glad you're not in charge. I'm just glad you're not a GM for a football team.
I'm going to be a GM for your football team, and I'm going to bring a Super Bowl to Cleveland, and then you're going to know I was right about the receiver position.
No, because you don't know how to even address the receiver position. So I don't want you to touch a GM position at all. You wouldn't draft a receiver. You would do like a Ray Horton and be like, we don't need receivers. We can just get them from a scrap heap, and that'll be okay.
I would have picked Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Judy's great.
That's one. Okay.
Okay, so we are here at the Props Network. I think we found that was me channeling my Stephen A. Smith, I was just putting him up. It was going in. You could see the veins showing up on Brian's neck.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I was a little angry, but it's okay. It's all right. I like it.
And that is just the kind of rapport we have at the Props Network, because gambling, it's a great frontier of sports. It's a great place to put down your money or socialize with friends. And it's a wonderful thing because gambling, it allows you to make money on your opinion. Where else can that happen in this world? It really can't. You're not right if it's going to rain tomorrow. So you can be right if the Packers win on Saturday. They're gonna, thanks to Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones. But, join us in this journey. If you're watching, hit subscribe on the YouTube channel. If you're just watching the clips, you think they're pretty cool, we do a nice long form podcast, and that is called TP and the Walk On. It's on, it's on Spotify. It's on Google Play. It's on iTunes, or is it Apple Podcasts? Maybe I'm too old. The only thing I know about Apple is just, I'm not going to go there right now, but a lot of stock splits. But join us on the Props Network journey. Hit subscribe, and we're going to be back. We're covering bowl season like no one else, and we're going to talk about championship weekend to the best of our abilities. Are you stoked, Brian?
I am stoked. We got a lot of young kids trying to find their own in this week.
Yes, we do. It's championship week in college football, and we're getting 12 inches of snow in New York. It's going to be pretty wild outside, and it's going to be wild in the studio because here he is, our expert college football analyst, Eli Sayers.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, Eli, how are you?
Feeling wild, baby. Feeling wild. It's very snowy out. Is it snowy where you are, Joel?
Yeah.
In other part of Bushwick?
Yeah, I'm in Greenpoint, dog.
I forgot. Yeah, whole other weather zone.
Will you do me a favor, Eli, before we get started? Will you just take a little bit off those levels for me?
You're going to have to say it in a different way. What do I do?
You see that notch on this thing right here? You see, will you talk for it?
Talk.
Do you see the one where there's a bar?
I don't have that in front of me, actually.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a thing like that unless this is. No, I think that's just where plugs are.
Well, there we go. We'll be okay with that. Just watch your volume a little bit.
Okay, I'll just try to not talk too loud.
Maybe if Sam sees this, he'll come down and fix it for us. I'm going to take the heads on that again, if you wouldn't mind. But joining us for Wild Wednesday is none other than our college football analyst, Eli Sayers.
What up?
How are you, Eli?
I'm doing good. I like what you said about Jerry Jeudy earlier.
Hey, Jerry Judy's a great.
Yeah, it's about time you start talking sense around here.
Yeah, someone needs to. So
yeah, because Brian Allen Mitchell doesn't appreciate Jerry Jeudy, it would seem.
You know what? I'm gonna keep working on Brian. I tried to win him over with the Jarvis praise, but it didn't work.
Where did Brian go?
Brian might be looking at a few technical issues. He might pop in for a second here and there.
Is everything all? Is it my levels still?
No, I think we're all right. So it's an amazing week in college football. So I just wanted to congratulate you, first of all, just for Gus Malzahn getting hired.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. It was nice having him over there, keeping Auburn mediocre at best. I think this is good for Auburn. Certainly, you could hire a compost pile, and it would do a better job coaching, leading a team to a championship at least than freaking Gus. And I hope I was talking to a friend of the show, George Gordon, about this. I'm thinking, yeah, I was telling him Hugh Freeze, and now it looks like Hugh Freeze actually is the top contender, him and Mario Cristobal, but I kind of don't see that happening. I think I do see Hugh Freeze happening, just like, a slime ball for a slimy place.
Yeah, I think so, but why not let him finish the year? I think there was a little bit of insult to injury. Malzahn, I mean, it wasn't great right now, but he achieved a lot for that program, so I think he maybe deserved a little bit better.
My guess is that maybe Hugh Freeze is a good salesman. They'll always be closing. He's probably like, oh, well, I got offers over here,
Yeah.
And he's talking about a sex worker he knows, but
yeah, I mean, and we talk about is the Auburn job a better one than the currently has? I don't know.
No, you can at least go to heaven still.
Hey, leave those biases at home.
Sorry.
So I know you are a big college football fan. I know you destroyed our bullshit game last week.
Yeah, that was the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I'm going to lose every one this week because I guessed last week, and I want to lose everyone this week so that I don't have to do this anymore.
Yes, and it's pretty easy. It's the college football trivia everyone should know. So first question, we all know Bucky Badger. He's played by a Madison native named Marvin Williams. What's Marvin's home address?
345 Rudy Lane. What is it? I swear I usually know this one.
Incorrect. 101 Maple Road.
That's like a generic one. That's one I could have probably guessed. All right. I promise I'm getting the next one.
Okay. So when I attended USC, what former player's room did my buddy Andrew live in and he sometimes got mail for?
Mark Sanchez.
Incorrect. That'll be Carson Palmer.
All right.
Yeah. So we all know I grew up a Michigan fan. My first game, my mom's coworker Jill actually took me to it. And what sort of car does she drive?
Oh, Beetle.
No, it's a Honda Accord. So better.
According to who?
Okay, 0 for 3 this week. We'll move on.
I'm a fraud. Hit me.
No, you're good. You're 0-3. There's no chance. You can't.
I know. Hit me.
Let's talk about these college football championships. That's better than any goofs because I don't want to talk. I don't want to do jokes. I want to talk about this slate of games because it's incredible.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun friggin' weekend if you ask me. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to Bama. Whew, I love me some Bama. I'm a little bit I'm nervous. I'm nervous about Florida. And the LSU thing doesn't make me less nervous. I just think that Florida's just going to be furious.
I think so. So let me back up just a little bit and give my background for how I think this week is going to go and how I want to take advantage of it in the gambling front. So, do you know what a round robin parlay is?
I was just talking to a friend of the show, Sam. I let him he's a fan. I let him hang out every now and then, talk to him. So round robin parlay. Yeah. You're the gambling boy. I'm the college football boy. You're the gambling boy.
Well, here's the deal. There's a lot of favorites. There's a lot of good teams that just don't want to screw up their bowl prospects that are pretty big favorites in their game. So I could parlay them all together. That's a little risky. Or I could just put them in a bet that breaks down to 50 different bets that's all combinations. So I'm going to pick 7 teams. You're going to help me pick those teams, and the bet will be placed as 35 different 3-team parlays. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that wonderful? It's going to be absolutely.
I'm about it.
So I've got the team set. They're mostly championship games, but I have a couple weaker ones thrown in there just for the sake of math, but it's going to be wonderful. So I'm into this not only because these teams have things to protect for their season, but if you look at the location of a lot of these games, they're supposed to be neutral fields and they're being played in one team's stadium.
Nice.
It's true.
Nice. So it's a wild week. The season's great. This season's amazing. You go 9-0 on a quiz one week. You go 0-3 the next week. I love it.
Yeah, because this was the week I marked because we have the Clemson Notre Dame rematch, and that's getting a little scary to me. But
Yeah.
we're going to talk about that, but I do think there's just great value across the board with some of these steep favorites. But let's start with a non-championship game. Over here, we have Texas A&M minus 14, a minus 570 money line. They're visiting the Tennessee Volunteers. Is there any chance A&M blows this?
I don't think so. I think they're going to be putting an angry cherry on it. And Tennessee just has nothing to live for in general as an organization. So let's see if they even have a pulse, to be honest, at this point.
Yeah, because Texas A&M, there's a good chance they're going to get into this playoff, depending on how that Clemson and
the Notre Dame Clemson game could, and also I guess Bama could lose to Florida. That could happen. I don't think Florida, but Florida's not. I think how does Florida even? How do you make the case for Florida getting in over A&M then?
No,
you can't really.
No, that was a gift for A&M 100%.
Yeah,
but just in this game, Texas A&M, they're going to have to run up a margin victory. So I love their money line here. That's going to be in my Robin. I like the points as well. 14 seems amazing.
What is the spread?
14.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
This is a 35-10. This is A&M putting their resume out there, and Tennessee's gotten worse every week of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. So that's going in the round robin.
That's going in the round robin. That's the basis of the round robin. This one I'm not touching, even though I think there is a good advantage for some of our gambling friends just in the home stadium thing. So the Conference USA Championship, University of Alabama, Birmingham, they're playing Marshall in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Marshall's like a 5.5-point favorite. I kind of lean University of Alabama here.
It's not you ain't crazy. I lean towards Marshall a little bit. I think people are going to be a little spooked because of the kind of weird loss to no disrespect to Rice last time they were out, but I don't know. I kind of UAB is good. The Blazers are good. I don't know. So you're not nuts, but I think that I think Brendan Knox is a really good running back. I think that what's his name Will threw like 5 interceptions against Rice, and that sucks. And UAB can be very good against the pass, so that sucks too. But I still think Brendan Knox is going to put up some yards.
Yeah, but if we look at their last matchup, and if you want to pay attention to how they both played Rice, UAB, they're getting 4.5 points here. This is probably one of the stayaways on the slate. But if you're
I'd say so too. Yeah.
I think UAB getting the points is a good way to go. And the over-under is 42.5. That seems a little low to me for a pretty high-scoring conference.
Well, I will say that Marshall is 13-2 when Knox runs for more than 100 yards.
And I think he will run for more than 100 yards. UAB has a good defense, but they have a better pass defense. And I think Wells will do better than he did. He won't be the star, but he'll do better than before. Marshall just has a really nice. They have a pretty balanced offensive attack and a very dominant defense. And I think it'll be dominant against UAB too. And I think UAB again, good defense, but not quite at the same level as Marshall. But I think you're right to stay away ultimately.
Yeah, and this weekend, it's not just about how you play your bets on the field. It's about how you play them time-wise. And this is probably a stay away just because there's other games I'm more interested in betting on at this same Friday, 8 o'clock time slot. If you haven't caught, we're going in sequential order. And we have the MAC championship game, Ball State.
Ball State.
Buffalo.
Look at that.
Field. We have a meaningful game in Ford Field. All right.
This is going to be the Jarrett Patterson show, baby. That's what I'm calling that. That dude's nuts, right? That dude's like Kyle Van Treese. And the thing is, Kyle Van Treese is a good quarterback. They don't ever need him because their run game is so strong. But he's going to do well. Ball State is not. Ball State has a good defense, but they're not amazing against the pass. So I'm liking Buffalo to cover here.
You like them to cover the 13.5. I think that's likely just because Ball State's also missing their star running back.
Yes.
So he's sitting out. And
Caleb Huntley? Caleb Huntley. Yeah.
But
he just opted out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After a pretty big win for Ball State last Saturday. So it's weird this close to a postseason game. But I'm a little scared of this one just because the MAC championship is so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo should have won this conference the last 2 years. Buffalo, they've got a big chip on their shoulder. What is it? Monkey on their back, chip on their shoulder. I almost said a monkey on their chips.
A chip-eating monkey a monkey eating chips on your back.
Yeah, that's how much pressure's on Buffalo right now.
I think they're going to do it. I think you're right. It's a high spread. Are you saying? I think Buffalo's definitely going to win, but you saying you don't like them to cover here, though?
I do like them to cover, but this is going to be This is going in the Robin.
It's wild. It will be wild. Expect your emotions to go wild.
A&M, they're going to win.
Yeah.
Buffalo, what's the prop likelihood? 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10?
I think they're going to win. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't. I'd be pretty surprised if Ball State.
Brian,
I'm surprised if Ball State's there though. So what do I know?
Brian, you're our resident MAC expert, even though you have the soul of a PC. What do you think about this MACtion?
This MACtion, Buffalo's ranked now. This is their comeuppance. They've been waiting for this for a long time. They got beat by Kent State to really hurt them a couple years ago to get into the bowl situation, and I think that they cleaned up on those issues and know what's vital when it comes down to winning a championship, what that means to a Buffalo program like that.
Yeah, and we've kind of lost sight of them. There's been so many darlings, so many Coastal Carolinas and Cincinnati's that we've kind of slept on Buffalo. They're one of the better non-Power 5 teams in the country, and
Buffalo's a machine.
Yeah,
really good team.
Yes, amazing MAC team. They deserve more credit, and hopefully
MAC in general deserves more credit.
Yeah. We all deserve. We're going to do an hour on the MAC moving forward. It'll just be MAC. Okay, so this game, it terrifies me. It is in the Friday 8 o'clock slate as well. It might be a 9 o'clock start, but it's the Pac-10 championship, Pac-12 championship.
Joel,
they found 2 teams who are going to play in this game.
Joel, you're going to be like me watching this game. You're going to be you're going to be a wreck.
But I mean, you would be like that anyway for any game USC has played this year.
For any, yeah.
Like over the past 2 months, USC football has been the most entertaining team in sports. All their games are down to the wire. They win on a last-second drive, no matter what. It's been an amazing product.
It's been really good, and I was impressed with the grit they showed this past weekend against UCLA. That game was sustained. That whole game was just a sustained USC comeback, basically, till the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and you might want to disregard them given the margins, but at a certain point, when a team keeps winning these close games, it kind of comes out the other end, and you have to really respect it.
Yeah, I respect. Yeah. They're. I think they're gonna win this game. I think they'll beat Oregon, and I think that people will take note.
Yeah, I mean, it's the dreaded 3.5, and against an Oregon team that if you don't know the Pac-12 championship, it was Washington. Oregon got put into it after a COVID outbreak for the Huskies, unfortunately. And Oregon's had a pretty up and down season, but this is a chance to vindicate it.
I'd say I think overall it's been pretty good. Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, a little up and down. Even their wins though, they've been up and down, and that's how USC was too. But they seem to have ironed it out. Whereas I don't know that Oregon has necessarily ironed out that inconsistency, even though the talent's there. That's why, yeah. We're throwing USC into the Robin? No,
we are not throwing USC into the Robin. I'll probably throw a little bit on the points. It's too risky to be tied to a bunch of other things. It's not a sure. But this one, you almost shouldn't do it because the odds are so tall. But 12 o'clock, Saturday, high noon, we've got the Big Ten Championship in Indianapolis, Ohio State versus Northwestern. Ohio State, let me just cut to the chase. They're a minus 1,500 favorite. They're going in the Robin.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, I believe that Ohio State will be out to impress the committee. What's the spread, though?
The spread, it's opened Ohio State minus 20.5. It moved to, it's now Ohio State minus 19.
Huh. Are we doing the spread too, or are we only picking round robins?
We'll
Right?
do the spread for this one because I am all about the Buckeyes here.
Yeah.
Northwestern, their offense is pretty slow out of the gate, and
They have a good defense, but yeah, I think they're going to be going buck wild. I think they're going to be Bucks are going to have buck wild Buckeyes out to impress.
Yeah, and the Buckeyes are going to be amazingly fresh as well. They had their last game get canceled. They've been the subject to a lot of controversy, so it seems like a situation where Ohio State's going to make a statement, and this is an Ohio State program that usually makes a statement.
Yeah, I like them there too. I agree with you.
Yeah, I see a 49-10. I think this is over very early. Brian, do you think there's any chance Ohio State gets upset here?
I hope it happens now. That'll be fun. I'm thinking more like 42-21. I think that's my prediction.
No, this is what we call. I'll take 200 for easy game, Alex. This is come on, guys, come on.
Well, you're pointing up like he's in heaven.
He is.
Yeah. Put Ohio State in the parlay. Take Ohio State in the points. This is going to be a party for them. Northwestern, they are in for some trouble, I think.
I think so. I think I'm less. I don't think it's going to be quite as like. I think Northwestern will put some points up, but I do think that Ohio State's going to cover.
Yeah, the Buckeyes have won 20 consecutive Big Ten games, of 26 points per game.
True. I believe Northwestern has covered the spread a lot this season, though. I believe.
Yeah, they have been. I've been on the wrong side of them a lot.
And OSU's defense is not amazing, so I do think I'm predicting they get like that Wildcats put up like 21, but I think that 42-21. What was your prediction?
I think 49-10 was my prediction.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Wildcats can probably score more than 10. It's still a secondary for Ohio State that has some questions, and Northwestern.
But it's still going to be a blowout. Like it's still going to be not even close.
Yeah, and that's not the game you're going to be watching at noon on Saturday because there is a battle for the very soul of college football. I'm so nervous about this game. I don't know why. It just feels like there's so much at stake philosophically in the Big 12 championship. You have first Oklahoma.
Oh, buddy, this one. What do we think? How are you advising your fine viewers?
Ah, boy.
I don't know. I really don't want Oklahoma to win. That's how I feel about it. I really don't want Oklahoma to win.
Let me advise my viewers on this game. Do you believe in right and wrong? Or hell? Do you listen to a Johnny Cash song and just root for the little guy? Iowa State, you got to back them here.
You got to back Iowa State. You got to. It's too sad. Life is not worth living, and it's too depressing if we got to sit here and say Oklahoma's going to win the Big 12. No, Iowa State, baby. Brock Purdy, Breece Hall, Iowa State.
And Iowa State.
Bank it.
They exemplify everything that's good and
everything
just about college football. They've built a culture. They're changing these kids' lives. They're overcoming the odds. Look at the budgets of these two programs. Iowa State has a fraction, and it's just this bloated corporate Nike run QB machine under the Bob Stoops regime.
Yeah, and Oklahoma's out here. Like I heard, Oklahoma's out here trying to overturn ballots and contest votes in the states of Texas and Pennsylvania. They are a bunch of boomers, right?
We had.
I'm gonna get a talking to.
Roast and then
I'm gonna get a talking to. I'm sorry, everyone.
No, but this is the worst Oklahoma team of the past 5 years. If this would change and just really signify and put a bow on all the amazing challenges Iowa State.
And we both like Matt Campbell.
Oh, I love him. He's my favorite college ranks.
Lincoln Riley's gonna be fine. He can go off to the NFL somewhere. I don't care. Who cares? But Campbell, solid dude.
Yeah, and Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley, AT&T Stadium. I think it's an Oklahoma victory.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's the most depressing part of the college football day. And
it sucks.
I'm so nervous about it. I didn't go to Iowa State. I feel like I did.
We are all Iowa State now.
Gonna be a shame, but we are with
it sucks.
Iowa State. We're the All Blacks. Open the odds. It'll be worth it.
Yep. Just do the right thing. This is just doing what's correct.
So I mean, it's a stressful slate because our other darlings.
So many darlings.
And there's so many lovable teams in college football this year, and a lot of them are in trouble this week.
Well, yeah, it's championship games. A lot of them. This is their test. This is the big one. This is the game I am most looking forward to actually like sitting down and experiencing.
Yeah. Louisiana,
love Louisiana
versus Coastal Carolina. Coastal is 3.5-point favorites, and to set the stage, it was absolutely reversed last time these teams played. Lafayette, they were the darling. They just beat number 7 Iowa State.
Yeah.
Coastal came in. All of the money, I think 88% of it was on Lafayette, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Coastal won. They set off on their streak that changed the program, and now is UL going to return the favor?
I don't know. Look, I've often spoken of how much I like Billy Napier as a coach, although he had a questionable call the other week towards the end in a win. I don't know. I think Levi Lewis is a good quarterback, but I don't think there's any stopping Grayson in them. I love Louisiana. I'm torn because Louisiana, especially the last couple seasons, I've really enjoyed watching and rooting for. But now Coastal Carolina, I'm really loving them too. And I want Jamie Chadwell's put together this amazing season. I want them to be rewarded for it. So I both want, I guess, and believe that Coastal will win. What's the spread?
3.5. And
yeah, I think Coastal. If I'm going to be honest, I think Coastal will probably cover that. If I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, because maybe Coastal's defense is better when they played earlier this season. I'm going to be on Coastal. I'm going to advise on this one, but it's not one of my slam dunk picks. So
yeah. I feel that way too. Is it going in the round robin?
No. We're very conservative with the round robin. We're so conservative with the round robin, we'd actually be in your target audience. The next game.
The one I keep alienating with jokes?
Yeah. Next game. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for.
This is it?
The championship.
What's this? Oh, who cares?
Notre Dame at Clemson. There's every reason in the world to like Clemson in this one, even before we get to the fact that it's in Charlotte. That being said, as someone who's been on Clemson all year in this game, the 10.5 points seems like a lot.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I feel like they're gonna win by 10. I don't know, but they might. I don't know. They might be like. I really want to buy Notre Dame. I do think they're better than they usually are, but I don't completely buy them, and I don't completely buy that they should be ranked in the top 4. Honestly, I don't know. I don't buy that they're better than Cincinnati or A&M, but we'll see. I guess. I think Clemson could come out and throttle them, but you're right that just like because it's a championship game, yeah, that's a nerve-wracking spread.
Yeah, and if the supposition for Notre Dame is that they're a great defense, and with great defenses, a lot of times you don't realize it until after you're on the wrong side of a bet in a game against them. But yeah, I still like Clemson here.
Yeah.
They're going in the Robin, but I would probably tease Clemson with the over, or I would stay away. But
Yeah.
Clemson goes in the round robin along with.
Notre Dame should go in the Robin for Robin like 3 other teams out of a playoff spot.
I don't know. I wouldn't make a Notre Dame Robin joke because they're useless as a number 2. Okay, one more, then we'll get to your heart and soul. This one is scary, actually. If you're just as a casual fan, you'd look at this game and you'd go, "Oh, Mountain West Championship, San Jose, 6.5-point favorites versus Boise State. Boise all day. I don't know about that."
Yeah, that's a tricky one. What's the spread?
6.5 points in favor of Boise State.
I think Boise State's going to win. I think what's it? Hank Bachmeier's a bit of maybe an underappreciated quarterback. But San Jose State's really good this year. Yeah, I don't know. That's a little high for me.
Yeah, and if you're just following the programs, there's a couple of like really troublesome whispers coming out of the Boise locker room, and it just seems like San Jose State's kind of running pretty high right now. They are just really galvanized. They're playing for their coach. They're piling up big victories. So I kind of think an upset could happen here.
It could. I think what you're talking about, are you talking about if George Holani is completely healthy?
And there's just a lot of controversy with the Mountain West Conference as a whole.
Okay.
So that might be a little distraction.
It'll be a good game. I like both teams. I like I said, I do think Boise State's going to win, but for reasons you've expressed, I don't trust it. It's going to be fun. San Jose State, they're going to pass like crazy. It's going to be crazy pass attack. That'll be fun. But I do think that because they're pretty evenly matched. I think in the Mountain West, I think it's like the Broncos is like the third best offense against San Jose State's fourth maybe best defense. They're evenly matched, and I have a friend here, but I'd stay away. I'd probably stay away from it. Yeah.
Yeah, and here you stay away from the line simply because the over/under of 55 is fantastic. It's a Mountain West Championship game. We're seeing 42-38. Who knows which way it'll go? But 55 seems like a pretty safe bet there.
Yeah, that's really good. That's gonna be fun. Yeah.
On the conference, and then you just cheer for the guys on offense to do well.
Yeah. You cheer for the offense both times.
And then here we are. We are at a suddenly scary SEC championship game. Alabama, I know this makes sense with their outcome so far this year, but every week it seems a little too high. 18-point favorites against Florida.
They keep covering, but I still can't, in good conscience, recommend it. I don't know. Wait, it's 18 points, you said?
18. It's moving higher and higher. And
No. And I hope I'm wrong. It's good. I've been wrong about that every time, I think, but still don't. It's just don't. I'm worried about just the game in general. I'm worried that Bama's going to just lose. I'm definitely not going to tell you to cover this, that they're going to cover the spread.
And this game gets a little scarier if you take into account the Florida loss last week. They lost a close game to LSU. They derailed what had been a pretty great year for Florida and Kyle Trask, Kyle Pitts.
But they didn't have Pitts sat, right?
Yeah, but he's back this week.
Yeah.
But I think the loss, it makes Florida a little bit more dangerous here. They've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And, you beat Bama here. You still can probably finish the season as a top 5 team. You can get the best non-championship series bowl game.
The Gators, the Florida Gators, when they're angry or not, I've not seen the Florida Gators. Last time they were this angry, they ate that kid in Disney World.
But this is a game I think I would go on Florida here. I think they're going to be able to score. I think Trask is the type of quarterback who's been able to put up points against Saban defenses historically. So I think Florida's offense at least should be pretty successful.
I can't, for religious and every other reason I cannot say or out loud or recommend that. So
And-
I'll let you cover that. I'll let you say everything that needs to be said about that.
Yeah, sitting in your shoes, like I'm a nervous Bama fan. This is the best Bama team in a while.
They say that every year.
They say it every year, but it feels like the margin between them and the other teams is wider this year. Maybe they're not the best Bama team, but they're better than the field by the most this year.
Well, yeah, we'll see what happens when we face a Justin Fields or a Trevor Lawrence, though.
Yeah,
but I hope you're right.
And let's see what happens.
Or a Kyle Trask.
Trask.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, 18 points is just too large, and I respect this Florida offense too much. They lost a weird game under strange conditions where boots were flying through the fog. So,
oh, that was hilarious.
yeah, I didn't know George Bush attended that game, but it's just 18 points in a primetime SEC championship game. Maybe I like Florida in the points.
No comment.
I think you agree with me.
No comment.
And then lastly, we have in the AAC, Tulsa at Cincinnati. Cincinnati, this game's being played in Cincinnati, so it's great that
is it?
Yeah, that stadium gets to host a professional football game this year. Yeah. I like Cincinnati here. Tulsa's been a tough out. Tulsa's played.
Tulsa has made us look bad this season. Golden Hurricane made us look a fool. Yeah, who was it that we was like no chance and they beat them? Was it SMU? Where we were like so cocky about it and then they made us look like idiots.
SMU, maybe it was Memphis.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Tulsa's good, and they have a really good defense, And but I think I don't know. I like Desmond Ridder. I think they're the Bearcats are also like, and I'm going to be putting an angry cherry on it. I think they just maybe deserve to be in the final, But they're going to be trying to impress, do everything they can. I think that Tulsa's good. They handled Navy impressively. Last game they played, and I think their one loss was to like Oklahoma State, and it was close enough, but like maybe a touchdown, something like that. So it's not like a slam dunk. I'll say that, but I agree with you.
Yeah, and like it's enough where I'm not going to take the Cincinnati spread here, but
yeah,
I'll throw them in that Robin.
Oh yeah, put them in the Robin for sure. I think they're going to win. I'm a little nervous. Yeah, definitely. What's the spread?
The spread's 13.5.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you take Tulsa there, right?
Yeah, you take Tulsa there.
And maybe if I'm advising on Tulsa, I shouldn't have Cincinnati in the Robin. Like,
you know about gamblers' ethics. Okay. I think it sounds like a great wild thing to do on a fine, snowy, wild Wednesday.
No. So help me out here. Where does this go wrong? So I'm going to put the Packers in over the Panthers. I feel good about that. Clemson, Notre Dame. That's safe, right?
Yeah. I think so.
Buffalo, Ball State. Safe, right?
Yeah.
And then
safe as this weekend's going to be.
A&M, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
That's good there still, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we have, I said Buffalo, I said A&M, Clemson, Cincinnati at Tulsa.
Throw Cincy in there? Yeah, throw Cincy in there.
You think they're as sure of a thing?
Yeah.
And then I have Ohio State, Northwestern.
Yeah.
And then I need one to round it out with. I wanted to keep it all in college just because that's the way I've been doing. I want to find out how I do by Saturday night. And I was thinking Utah hosting Washington State.
And you're throwing Utah?
Yeah, I was thinking Utah.
I believe that is not foolish.
Yeah, so I can lose one of them. I'll still make money, but I feel pretty good about all these games. Maybe I'll end up swapping in Utah, but it's a big championship weekend, and this is how I want to play it. I want to spread everything out. This is when good teams are going to take care of business.
I'm feeling less confident in the Utah-Washington State thing as the seconds go by. I will say that. Sorry.
But I can also take Utah out because 6 teams is still.
I kind of don't trust Utah, if I'm going to be honest, man.
That is
not this season. I don't. And I'm traditionally I really like and respect Utah as a program.
Boom. So we'll be just fine there. We'll take Utah out of it, but that'll be the round robin. So what's our best game this weekend?
Best?
Yeah.
Who are the Dolphins playing?
Dolphins. We'll get to. I got all solo. I gotta go deep into the opinion machine, but you're gonna be all over UL, Coastal Carolina. You're gonna be watching Bam, of course. And is there an over under? We should.
Oh, is that my favorite? You were asking? I'm sorry, you were just asking me what my favorite game this week was going to be. I'm sorry. Yeah, those two, the two that you guessed, they're new. I'm sorry, I didn't know I was being asked a question.
Yeah, and this weekend it's just predicated on being at a TV with a laptop nearby. 3:30 Saturday. You got Clemson Notre Dame on the TV. You got Coastal Lafayette on the laptop, and that's a great way to spend a snowy afternoon.
Yeah, and I agree with you on the over. The under, what would it be for Marshall's game? I kind of like that one maybe for the under, if you're asking.
Oh, for the Marshall over under?
Yeah, what is it?
It is 42.5.
Fuck. No. I think that they might reach that. What was the over you suggested? Because I agree on that one heavy.
Oh,
was it Clemson?
No, Mountain West over.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to Coastal Carolina, Louisiana, and I'm always, Bama's just on another level for me. I'm always that's like a, it's like a person. You have to
Well, cool. Next time we talk, I think we'll be doing breakdowns of all the different bowl games. So I can't wait to do the whole.
That I'm excited for. This was a fun one. I loved breaking down these games. It was fun. Why was it funner this week? It's always fun, but this week was funner.
Well, this week I had more time to do my homework because
I
don't have to. It's easier to talk about 10 games intelligently than it is to talk about 40 games intelligently.
Yeah.
So it was nice to actually look at specific matchups, look at where the money was, and look at how the history aligned with these. And honestly, over the season, I've enjoyed college football so much more because of our conversations, and this week is the payoff for it.
Oh, it's a blast. No, this has been a great season for me too. Doing this has been a treat. What games are you most excited for this weekend?
I'm most excited for Iowa State versus Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm like, I'm gonna be nervous about that one. I want Iowa State to win so bad.
Yeah, that is what we watch sports for. That's great theater. That is the classic good versus evil story. And I think sports fans of all ilks can get behind that matchup and just enjoy the hell out of it.
Yeah. 100%.
Well, thanks, Eli. I'll talk to you next week.
All right, I'm signing off then.
Yeah, I got to do
NFL
solo. I'll see you soon, my friend.
Later, everybody. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Brian.
Later, Eli. So we are here at the Props Network. Welcome back, Brian. I missed you.
Hi.
You weren't there as much as I usually like, but your usage was incredible. The laugh, you came in. That was a pinch hit home run, my friend.
Hey, that's what I do. Great breakdown with Eli.
Yeah, it's going to be a good weekend, and I just feel good talking about the MAC. I feel like I'm doing right by you.
You're in the right spot.
Well, and if you're with us, you're in the right spot because the Props Network, they're covering gambling in such a fun and exciting way. I went into depth about how cool the Future Builder was, and if gambling is going to be more mainstream, you need to find an outlet that gives you the best information in the most easily consumable way, and that is the Props Network. We've got blogs from great comic Donnie Sengstack about which college football games to play each weekend. We've got Steve Clark. He bets every game. He writes a great column about it. And, of course, we have 5-time Emmy winner Jamoke Davis breaking down Just for Sport. And, of course, we have me and Brian giving you the TPN walk-on treatment. We're breaking down in-depth college football games, giving you picks, analysis, comedy in one package. So check out thepropsnetwork.com. Hit subscribe on the YouTube. Hit subscribe on the podcast. And if you're trying to figure out where to put your money on a Saturday or Sunday morning, hit www.thepropsnetwork.com and compare lines, compare futures, and figure out where the money's placed in these games in order to figure out where to place yours. Thepropsnetwork.com. They will help you in your gambling journey. It'll be worth it. All right.
It'll be worth it.
I'm out of breath now. Motor mouth this week, Brian.
Oh yeah. So we got up. You got your NFL week picks, right?
Okay, so NFL week picks. So first of all, you gotta like the Browns against the Giants, right?
Yes. It looks like Danny Dimes is out. I don't know why they carted him out when his hamstring was still hurting. We are back to Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy gets to have some revenge. This is a revenge game for Colt McCoy. So don't expect anything great out of him, but I think we're going to have a pretty good game there.
Yeah, and the line in this one is Browns by 3. I think the Browns cover that easily. I think this is a Cleveland romp. I think we have to find you a way to get to that game over in New Jersey. Suggestions.
Well, we'll figure it out. I might see if I can get into Baker Mayfield's duffel bag. It just fold me up in there, and hey, I'm in there.
I mean, that just sounds like good business practice.
Yeah.
And there is the money's kind of pouring onto the Browns. It's -4.5, but given the awful weather, Cleveland is the way to go here.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be because we're playing in Gillette, so we're gonna have some snow. Snow might be gone, so it's gonna be a cold one. And Cleveland is used to having pretty cold weather, so I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, and secondly, in the weekend, I know it's bad travel. I know it's a weird time difference for them, but it's the Seattle Seahawks versus the Washington football team.
Mm-hmm.
Washington, they're either going to go with an injured, hobbled Alex Smith or a healthy but still Dwayne Haskins versus Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, you know that bright spot of Chase. He's been great these past 2 games. So is it? I'm not sure if we can do it all together again, but hey, you never know. Washington, it might be peaking at the right time, but I think Seattle takes care of this without a problem here.
Yeah, this is Seattle. There's so much stakes for them. They are a veteran team who's been in this situation so many times before, and they have a great defensive line, but Russell Wilson has made himself hundreds of millions making great D-lines look foolish.
Yeah.
Seattle easily in this one. And Vikings, I know I like them every week. It's Mitchell Trubisky playing for a wild card spot. I still like the Vikings. Dan Bailey put the stink on their season. A bad start put the stink on their season. I feel like I'm the last person who believes in them, and I like them. I think they're going to take care of business against Chicago.
Yeah, I think this is an easy one. I think the Vikings worked out a kicker, but I think just to put some smoke under.
They kept him. That's crazy.
No, they didn't cut him. They just like added a kicker to be like, hey, you better be careful, okay, bud.
I mean, you got to cut him at this point. He missed 100 kicks. It was like. He missed kicks worse than Radio City not having the Rockettes this Christmas season. That's the level of missed kicks Dan Bailey had, but they're a better team than Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky is not going to be able to go on the road and win a big game here. But I do like this game because you're going to hate me for this. It features the 3 best receivers in the NFC North.
I hate you.
Jefferson, Allen Robinson, Adam Thielen. Watch a receiver playing this one. And then why not throw money on the Chiefs money line against the Saints this weekend? How are the Saints, even off a loss, which is a little scary? They can't score points with Kansas City, can they?
They can score a little. Of course, you can score like maybe like 2 touches on them, but you're not going to see an onslaught of multiple touchdowns from the Saints. That's not happening. I don't see it.
Yeah, you're not going to have effective gadget plays from Taysom Hill 7 times.
That's not happening. No.
And the Chiefs are in the dangerous position where they played horrible last week, but they still won. I hate going against teams in that situation.
That's the good team. You play like crap, but you can figure out a way to win. That's what you want.
Yeah, Daddy's home. The real Super Bowl team is here in New Orleans. But I do kind of want to back New Orleans just because they said Jameis has a shot at the starting job next season. So I do like that.
Yeah, I think that's some nice little fodder right there. So it's like, oh, you don't believe in Hill then, but you trot him out. Okay, all right, sounds good.
Yeah, put Jameis out there. That's the quickest way to make me a Saints fan. And then
if you put in Jameis, now I can see 7 touchdowns.
Yeah, you don't know which team's going to score them, but there's going to be a lot of points. And this is crazy. A fun bet I like Saturday night is a Packers-Bills teaser. Maybe the better teams will win. That's a nice way when you're really paying attention to college football to just have a good time otherwise. And then Sunday, is it crazy to put a Rams, Steelers, Ravens money line parlay out there?
No, I think I love that. Yeah. They're all teams in flux, up and down. So this might work out to your advantage.
That was the most convinced you've sounded.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, I love that. That was with a lot of resolve from you. So if my round robin hits, I'm going to throw a little bit at all those bets, and I'm going to throw the rest of the wad at that.
Oh.
Rams, Ravens, Steelers. We are done with the semester.
Yes.
We are finally off. So we're going to be gambling thousands of dollars this weekend. And we're going to do that round robin.
Yeah.
And we're going to do all those picks. We're going to do the Bills, Packers, Chiefs. We're going to do Seahawks, Vikings, Chiefs. And then we're going to be throwing down on the Rams, Ravens, Steelers, money line parlay. It's like 500 to win 150, but
yeah,
that's a good multiplier.
Yeah, that's good. I'm in it.
I will be betting a NBA future Alex Caruso for MVP for you. Yes. You're welcome.
Thank you. You're coming around, Joel. You're understanding.
Yeah, and so next week I think we have the holidays, but we're still going to have some great stuff for you guys. Monday, we're going to be talking about what happened on the gridiron this weekend, and then, can you believe this, Brian? The NBA is back.
Oh my goodness. I've been watching a little preseason. Cavs look okay.
I intentionally don't watch preseason. I will let you know why on Monday. And I think we're going to get together with our pal Jamoke Davis. We might do a little bit of home and home there. So if you want to come talk for a road game with me, giddy up. And then aside from that, we will be doing a preview of all the bowl games. We're going to be talking MLB hot stove and how that affects some MLB future bets with Michelle Neat. And we're going to give you the same blend of lighthearted analysis, gambling, degeneracy, and insight into the worlds of athletics, gambling, and idiots in their 30s. So, Brian, I hope you have a great blizzard.
You too, sir. Stay cuddly.
So for Brian Mitchell, for the Props Network, this is TP and the Walk On, and this is Joel Walkowski walking off.